Hello again, everybody. This is Rocket Rick J18 coming to you from the launching pad. And today is Monday, December 29th, and I have some cards to show you, which are kind of a potpourri of pickups from the early 20th century, the mid-century, and the first quarter of the millennium, not the millennium, but the century, I guess would be. In any case, um, this is a sort of the full range of the collecting hobby, and so we're going to start out with some contemporary cards, modern cards, and the first cards that I want to show you are uh, some Aaron Judge and Shohei Ohtani cards, and we'll just kind of start out from there, and we'll see where it takes us. How about that? So the first card I have to show you is Aaron Judge's card. Uh, just the first one is actually this one, which is the card where he broke Yogi Berra's place on the all-time Yankee home run list. And so on, let's see here, September 9th, 2025, card number 683 of the Topps Now series. And it commemorates Aaron Judge passing Yogi Berra for fifth place on the all-time home run list. And then shortly after that, he also passed on September 12th Joe DiMaggio's fourth place listing with his 362nd home run. DiMaggio ended up with 361 home runs and 369 career strikeouts, an otherworldly accomplishment. And then, of course, he immediately went on to, after passing Berra's record, he passed DiMaggio's record and went into fourth place. Now, the next person on the list is Lou Gehrig with 493 home runs. Then Mickey Mantle with 536. And then finally Babe Ruth with 714. So that's where, and then the last card that I have to show you is commemorates Aaron Judge reaching fourth place. 8,538 copies sold. And so that's those three cards. Then we have a 2025 card of Heston Kjerstad of the Baltimore Orioles. And then we have Shohei Ohtani, Panini Diamond King, card number 165. And then last but not least is a modern card, playing card of Mickey Mantle. And that is, we're going to have a quick peek. At a 1969 Mickey Mantle. That's not correct. Yeah. So I've got it written down here someplace. Yeah, here. No, that's not it. Well, I'll have to find it somewhere along the line. But in any case, it is a playing card. And yeah, here it is. 1977-78 Landsman Mickey Mantle, 5 of clubs. And there's the 5 of clubs. So that's the end of the modern cards. Next, we have a couple of hockey cards. First is a 1954-55 Parkhurst of Montreal Canadian Butch Bouchard, a defenseman. And it's in a KSA 4, card number 6. And here's at the back of the 53s, 54s. This is actually a 1954 card. The stats are from the 53-54 season. And here's card number 53 of Cal Gardner with the so those are cards from the 1954 season. And then we have Pete Conacher, card number 70 in the 1953 Parkhurst set. Pete was a member of the Chicago Blackhawks, left wing, card number 70, and also a 1953 Parkhurst Rags Raglan, also of the Clarence Rags Raglan, number 79, defenseman for the Chicago Blackhawks, and again a 1953 54, Parkhurst. And then finally, one other baseball card, which is a 1952 Roy Campanella. And this is the same image that is featured on the 1951 Bowman, 1952 Burke Ross, and also was featured on the 1953 Stallmeyer card. Same image. It's also 1950. Well, it's an old Wheaties image. So this is my fourth of the same image, fourth card of the same image, and someday I hope to get the also get the 53 Stallmeyer Campanella with that same image. And then last but not least, after getting through the hockey cards and the modern cards, here is some T209, two T207s, and so what I have here to show you are the T205s, and here is Chief Meyers, the T205 Chief Meyers in a SGC4. And here is the T205 Al Chase. And this is the Hal Chase with showing both ears. And here is Hook's Wiltse, both ears showing. Here and here, T205. And next is Kitty Bransfield. And next will be Lee Tannehill. Hassan cigarettes. That's in a SGC 1. After Tannehill comes Huggins as a Cardinal player. And he went on to, of course, famously manage the New York Yankees during the decades of the 20s and 30s. Well, he actually died of cancer, and was succeeded by Joe McCarthy, who also won quite a few World Series, including 4 in a row with Joe DiMaggio. But Miller Huggins was the first great Yankee manager, the one who managed Ruth and Gehrig. Been hard for him to screw up that team for sure, but could have been done. Of course, for many years, Miller Huggins was the third of the 3 monuments out in Monument Park, center field. Actually, out in center field, the monuments were in play until the renovation in the early 70s. So for 50 years after the stadium was built, when the monuments were erected, sometime following Lou Gehrig's death, the 3 monuments were Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, and Miller Huggins. Now, of course, there are 5 monuments because in 1973, 72, 73, something like that, when the renovation was done. No, that's not right. I don't think it was until I think it might have been after the death of Mickey Mantle, but before Joe DiMaggio's death. Joe and Mickey were added as the 4th and 5th monuments. And of course, that's in addition to the plaques that are on the wall at Monument Park, where the retired numbers are indicated. And famous trivia question, of course, is how many Cardinals are included in the plaques in Monument Park, Yankee Stadium? The answer is 3. Roger Maris, because his number 9 is retired, and Pope I want to say Paul VI and John the 23rd are also included. Maybe Pius the 12th is included. Anyway, the answer was 3, but now, of course, other popes have been added to the plaques when they came to visit Yankee Stadium. And I think John Paul II is included in that. So, at least. And maybe Francis. I don't know. I should know, but I don't. Maybe some of our other Yankee fans can comment on that. So the last card that I have to show you is T205 Thomas Downey, also in an SGC1. Looks in pretty bad shape, but I didn't pay very much for it. $40 all in. The Tannehill was a little over 42. The Bransfield and Wiltse cards were in the 60s. And then Miller Huggins was 145 roughly. The Hell Chase, which is a polar bear. The back was a 111, and the Chief Meyers in SGC4 was $200. So to just give you an idea about the quality of the cards impacting the value, as well as how famous the players were. So that's what I had to show you. And we'll jump back to the screen, and I will say my goodbyes for now. This is Rocket Rick J18 coming to you from the launching pad and wishing that all your collecting dreams come true.